So here's the issue. There's a ton of buzz and BS around ML, but there's not a whole lot happening in a lot of places. It's still very much in academia in terms of the talent pool, but most of the data exists in traditional industry. So we really set out to solve that. AltaML builds AI/ML related products using this co-development model. So when we partner with industry, most of the time that's a big company. Sometimes that can be a small startup. We're looking for data, that domain expertise, the problems they have, and applying our team, the methodology we've had in our tech stack to build an applied solution. And that applied keyword is key because we're not a research shop. Where DeepMind and Amy and the rest of the research labs at the U of A end is where we begin. Quick history, we were actually founded in January of 2018. But before that, we basically fucked up with ML for about 3 years. I tried to do an ML project through my previous business on Janalta Interactive, completely failed. So we kind of had 3 years of not succeeding and understanding this ecosystem before we actually launched off. Did a $4 million convertible note at the end of 2018, ended that around 15 to 20 people, launched a JV with Aimco. Last year, it was all about scaling up. So we just expanded as quickly as we can, got to kind of 45, 50 people, funded a prof, largely a combination between my wife, Nicole, and I, and towards the U of A, opened up in Calgary. And then we did raise a Series A. Unfortunately, we couldn't disclose the amount. It is an insurance company out of Ontario, but we raised that in Q4. So this year, we've now opened up our Toronto office. We're around 85 on the team now. And as I said, we just got some great news last week. We're going to be expanding big time, probably hiring another 40 people in Calgary over the next little bit for this new internship program with Suncor, ATB, Spartan Controls, and another big brand name Alberta company. We're right now, like I said, about 85 on the team. Core data science is 45. We are a husband and wife team, an equal husband and wife team. Nicole is my co-founder. I'm her spouse, she's my spouse. It's, an interesting mix in trying to do a startup, in this way, but it works for us. We're paused with COVID, but we've actually added about 15 during this time period. We'll be kind of 100 to 125 by the end of the year. Most people think we're just some consulting company. It's frankly one of the biggest misconceptions we deal with in the ecosystem. We do have this services side of the business, but it exists in combination with that product side. Because the data exists largely in large organizations, we work in to do those initial first solutions, but then our goal is to be able to commercialize. So if you look at our product pipeline, you'll see about a dozen different things at various stages of development. I'll roll them through the process. As we raise money, we don't really need it, but my main message, come join us. This is a bit dated from the last couple of years. I like to think, some of you guys know Chad from the ecosystem. I would argue that our pranks are better than anybody else. So we had a recording of him in the video. Imagine 80 people on Zoom with the exact same background. And we'll put this up to Jobber or Adabotics or anybody out there. I think we do the best office pranks in the province, and we will back it up with these pictures. Thanks very much for your time. I'm at 3:20, so already over a little bit, but I'll end it there.